I don't know how you even got 80.
Fellas, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, so low key, this is like my dream job.
It's not even low key. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. So. I just want to all season just talk about the Knicks and get paid for it.
Yeah, man. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
I gotta make sure I got the Eastern Conference champs shirt. I bought that with the quickness.
Oh wow!
It's got the whole team on the back.
What?
Yeah,
that's a $40 shirt right there.
Yeah, man. Like as soon as it went to 0 at the Eastern Conference Finals, I was like, purchase.
You're like 3, 2, 1. Purchase.
Yeah, I would need that in a sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
How's the cotton?
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's like the softer. You know, it's a little premium. Yeah, it's a blend. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I'm always good with a blend. Yeah.
Y'all are out of pocket right now.
So first up, right? Because we gotta add some pizzazz to this show, man. We gotta like ESPN-ish.
Oh wow.
And so we are 12 consecutive wins in. We got OG who's first in playoff minutes. Brunson's 8th. Mikal Bridges 18th, and Cat 23rd, and then Josh Hart 25th. What do you feel like is the difference between what we're seeing now and what we saw with a Tibbs team?
Fresh legs.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's two things, right? There's not the wear and tear of the full season, right? Playing 40 minutes, every night, 42 minutes every night. It's crazy. And so I think there was energy left on the table for the playoffs. And then I think, the fact that they had 2 straight, sweeps gave them a lot of time to rest. And so they don't look like a tired team out there. And I think last year they looked tired.
Yeah. G, what do you think?
Yeah, they were really limping to the finish line last time around. And, this team has a deeper bench than last year's team. But Tibbs wouldn't have known that one way or the other because he's only playing the first 5 people on the roster. He's only playing the starters and really wore him down.
Yeah.
Shamet would have had 0 minutes today.
Yeah. So you know how every year, you when you go, like, even in the NCAA tournament, right? Like, you'll have someone that has like rising stock. You'll see a player that's like, all right, well, I don't know where he's going to be in terms of draft projection or whatever, but like throughout an NCAA tournament, you'll see someone go from being maybe a late first round pick to possibly being a lottery pick. So I think about that as I think about like how players perform in the playoffs, right? Because like playoffs are like real high stress situations that you're being put in, like pressure cooker situations, to where like it really separates the men from the boys, so to speak. And so this year's playoff gym, I gotta say, and this man is gonna be a rich man come this all season. Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet is going to be a rich man, bro. Because here it is, he's playing on what the minimum, the vet minimum right now.
Yeah,
he's about to get this bag. He's not going to be a Knick. I can guarantee. We don't have enough space. We don't have enough space. There's not a hometown discount that's big enough in this world that he could give us that would allow for him to be structured and still be a Knick. What are y'all thoughts on Landry's performance so far?
Oh man, I made a joke in October because when my newborn son was hair was coming in, it was looking kind of crazy, and I made a joke to my friend that like he's gonna grow up looking like Landry Shamet, and then like a couple weeks ago, I texted that same person in a reply to that message, being like, "I'm sorry that I ever said something negative about Landry Shamet, and my son Otis Landry Shamet Stanley Brown. He is so good, bro. He is just like, he's reliable. He's got experience. And I don't know if you saw there's a clip from game 1, like at the very end of the game when the Spurs are trying to get their comeback. He knew what play it was.
He called that. Yeah.
He called it out to everybody, and he broke up the play, got the turnover. And I was just like, that's just as valuable as, shooting 50% from 3 or whatever. Yeah.
That may be the ugliest shot of all time, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is an ugly setup.
You think Landry Shamet's shot is the ugliest shot of all time?
That's an ugly ass shot from 3.
No. The Cat Johnson from San Antonio. His shot is horrible looking, bro. I'm just like, yo, how did that even go in ever?
Dog, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what I was. So I was texting y'all both because I was on a plane during the game, and as someone from
where were you coming back from? Were you coming back from Singapore?
No, I was not coming back from Singapore. I was coming back from Atlanta, and I'm watching that dude on San Antonio Champagne, the dude from he went to St. John's. He was yapping. He was talking so much trash in that first quarter, and I said, look, you're doing well that first half. I'm like, you're doing well, but I think you're talking a little bit much. And then he had 0 field goals for the rest of the game. And I'm like, yo, we
make adjustments, man. One of the things that I can say is the difference between, I think, Tibbs and Mike Brown is that it just feels like with Mike Brown, they want to play defense, right? Like they know that it's an expectation for the whole team to play defense. And the person that has made the transition of this has been if you look at Cat under all of the years that he's played with Tibb, either in Minnesota or the year in New York, he played no D. You would think in your mind as you're looking at Cat, you're like, yo, he doesn't play D because he doesn't have the capabilities. He's too big. He can't move his hips. Right. Bro, did you see the job that he did on Wemby?
Yeah, man, clamps. That was amazing.
Yeah,
like he has somebody who makes. I feel like every game he's good for 3 stupid fouls where he, got caught on a pump fake or grabbing a jersey or pulling somebody down. He was so disciplined in his defense. I was really impressed.
Yeah, he was really and the way he's playing. The way he's playing, usually Cat, he'll get out, no contact, whatever. He's playing like a big man. He's playing like he's the president of the big man university that Shaq be talking about.
I know he's making me eat my words because I was talking trash earlier in the season about him not playing like a big man. And all of a sudden now I'm like, all right, let me be quiet. You know what I've been most impressed by is that, Cat before the season was a scorer, right? He was a scorer. That's what he loved to do. He feels like a ball player now. He's not just a scorer. He's playing D, right? He's shooting when he needs to get shot. He's making plays for other people, like nice passes. And so he just feels like a complete ball player more than he ever has in me watching him in history. He's always felt like a scorer. Now it feels like he's a real playmaker.
You know who he's not looking like? He's not looking like Rudy Gobert.
Or Julius Randle.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Bro, seeing him play D, seeing him and not only play D, but take pride in it, man. When he's doing his after show interviews or whatever, or when they cut into him before they go to break or whatever, and he's like, here are the things that we need to do in order to win. It sounds so logical and it sounds so well reasoned in terms of all right, well, I'm really studying this game. I'm really putting my all into it. Cat is he's locked in. That's what I'll say. Cat is locked in.
Locked in. The other thing I'll say too is I feel like San Antonio is going to be a problem for a long time. That's a young team, and they are
1,000%.
They are nasty, and they're just getting more and more experience and confidence. They're gonna be a problem for a long time.
And that's been a part. That's been a part of the general conversations that I've been having with Knicks fans that are friends outside of our group. Is that this right here? People were saying before, it was all right, well, what is the trajectory for us to get to the finals? And people were saying this seems like it's the easiest pathway for us to get to the finals and be successful. And I would agree for the most part, but I think that based off of the energy and like the connectedness that we're showing right now, I think we could have beat anybody. So if it was Cleveland or if it was Detroit, like Detroit, maybe we wouldn't have swept Detroit, but we definitely would have beat Detroit. We would have beat anybody, given that we're playing for each other right now.
Yeah.
And so Josh Hart, who last game couldn't hit the right side of the barn, but was a
but he keeps trying.
Yeah. But was a major reason why, based off of the other intangibles that we got the victory. Like, what are your thoughts on Josh Hart?
Go ahead, Steve.
I think what he provides when he comes off the bench is just energy, right? And like he doesn't like when he's in the game, he's everywhere. That dude is everywhere, grabbing rebounds, like taking shots. He's like he's like, remember the old Looney Tunes Tom and Jerry where they had the big dog walk around, and the little dog kept bouncing all over him, being like, "What do you want to do today? What do you want to do today?" That's how Josh Hart is. That dude is everywhere. He's like, "What are we doing today? What are we doing today, Johnson? What are we doing today, Brunson? What are we doing today?" He's everywhere, and that energy is important. And I feel like whenever they get sluggish, he comes out and reminds them that they can't be sluggish. Yeah. And I think that's an intangible. It's just like, oh no, we need to match that energy. Because when he's out there, even if he's missing, like he provides energy that they always need.
Yeah. And G, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I never seen anybody be like plus 22 on the plus minus with only 3 points. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's the title of the episode.
Yeah. 15 rebounds. So all right, so we got to talk about this officiating, right? Because the players can't advocate for themselves in terms of like what they see and what they don't see or whatever. Like they can say things, but they're gonna get fined. We're not gonna get fined.
Yeah. That we know of.
3 fouls. Yeah. 3 fouls in 7 minutes, bro. Yeah. That was crazy. Like those calls that they were calling on Josh. I wanted to just let him play.
Yeah. No. And the problem is that when you move around that much, you also look like you're fouling people, right? When you're moving around that much, it looks like you're doing damage, even if you're not doing damage. And so I think it was easy. But I heard it was Jalen's pops. Rick was like, "Yo, stop complaining about the officials and just go play ball," right? Because they were complaining that whole first half like crazy about the officiating. And rightly so, but Brunson was like, "Nah." And I think because he lost the 99, he's like not trying to lose to San Antonio again. So.
well, that and so part of me is like, it's like, all right, well, I don't know if this is nepotism or not, and I'm erring on the side of I don't think that Rick Brunson being a coach for the New York Knicks is nepotism, and here's why: he's such a value add. I think that Rick Brunson could probably be an NBA coach and be a really good coach in terms of like how he connects with most players, right? I'm not gonna say every player because you got some of those superstars that don't want to be coached, right? They want to just show up and just do what they want to do. So he would have to be real particular in terms of what franchise he would want to be the head coach of, right? Because not everybody wants to be coached. And so, granted, he has his son wants to be coached. Like he wants you to coach him hard. And so, if Rick Brunson, if you're looking for an organization to go to besides the Knicks, you need to go somewhere where people want to be coached hard, and you're not gonna have these superstars that are gonna do you like they do Doc Rivers and the likes. So, and we don't want Giannis. We don't want Giannis no more. We don't want him no more. Cat, you good?
Listen, what I realized during the first game though was just how much Wemby's length is the factor. Like even when when Cat blew by him, he was never out of the play, right?
Ever.
He's just so long, right? And it's just like you saw everybody when they were going through the hole, their shots changed. Brunson was trying to figure out how to do that floater over him. Like he is a force in the middle. And so my point is you can't have enough big dudes. You need if you're going to play that team, you need a lot of big dudes who can suck up a lot of fouls because he's going to make you foul him a lot.
Yeah. And then also you got to make him work defensively. Like you got to make him work on it because he's gonna do what he has to do on the offensive side. but you got to make him work. If like Cat's got to make him work. Yeah. So when he gets down to play offense, he's a little tired, a little winded, or whatever, right? And what I'm seeing is that besides their guard, besides Harper coming off the bench, the sixth man of the year also, he's a good player as well. But like their bench is not as deep as our bench.
Nah.
Yeah.
But it's good, right? Harper, Fox, Champagne, these dudes. Like I said, they're young.
Good. Yeah, Harper is super good.
Yeah.
And so it's what I will say is this, right? So OKC and San Antonio are both examples of what a franchise could look like if you tank. And you build from the draft up. Like it's kind of like Indiana this year. Like Indiana's gonna be tough next year.
Yeah. I mean that is a strategy, and we are like the Knicks are like the opposite of that. Like the only person who was drafted who's still on the team is Mitch Robinson, I think, and Deuce.
Yeah,
like it's like
Mitch and Deuce. And we're probably gonna. Speaking of bags, because I don't know if next year is Deuce's option year. Yeah, I don't know. But if it's not his option year, he's gone.
Yeah.
And Mitch is gone too. Like Mitch is gonna get like a Hartenstein type deal.
Yeah.
And Deuce will probably get a Quigley type deal.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I guess Mitch's hand's okay though. He looked fine slamming that ball around.
He did. But I will say his one free throw.
Yeah, look okay.
It looked worse. It looked even worse than normal.
No, it looked better, bro.
It barely made the rim. It barely got there, man.
That's better than usual. There's nothing that he can do that can make it look worse. All right, so here we go. We got the highest net ratings in a playoff run. Net ratings, I guess, being the amount of points that you're beating teams by. 19.2 points a game, man. This is an epic run. And so I guess my question to you all, being New York City lifers, what is the city gonna look like if we are able to pull this off?
It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah,
it's gonna be mayhem.
It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear too much about because they reopened the watch party outside of MSG after not having it for a couple of days. I didn't hear much about any kind of serious incidents after that. Hopefully that remains, but I don't know if they come back to New York up to that. I don't know.
Yeah, that place it's gonna be a madhouse. Like if they have a chance to close it out here, it'll be a madhouse.
Yeah.
We got to talk about these tickets, right? So y'all know me, right? Like I'm always, and I know G as well. We're always looking, right? Yeah. Like not necessarily, about to make any dumb life decisions, but like
I like both my kidneys. I like my kidneys. I don't want to have to sell it for some tickets.
and so, but I'm looking at the tickets like elsewhere, right? And so San Antonio for game 2, originally tickets were like $1,300 a pop, nosebleeds, whatever. Now, since they understand that this might be over very quickly, those $1,300 tickets went from being $1,300 to like $800, right? For tonight's game. So they're thinking more realistic in terms of like, all right, this Knicks team looks pretty good. But for us in Madison Square Garden, bro, we got outpriced. Like even in the 400s, it's like $5,000 right now. Yeah.
But can I tell you, like when I first started looking at the tickets, I was like, to sit on the ceiling was like $3,600. And I was like, that is too much to pay for a ticket. And I looked and saw that same ticket is going for $7,700. So I should have just bought it and sold it, but like I would have never done that. Like my brain couldn't do
that. Yeah, you would have. Nah.
I couldn't convince myself to spend that much the first time around. So there's no way. Yeah,
well,
there's no way.
That's how I got beat for the first playoff game. I'm sitting and I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking like a realtor. And
You got the hot property, and you ready to sell.
I'm about to be lit. And then I couldn't get off the ticket, so I had to send my wife and daughter to the playoff game because I wasn't in the mental headspace to want to be around that many people. But here's the thing: it was a win, though, right? Because I'm thinking about my daughter and her dating future. Nobody can come to her and be like, "Hey, I'm about to take you to this game." She's like, "Bro, I've already been to the playoffs."
I got nosebleed seats for the Nets playing the Pelicans. Do you want to come watch it with me?
Nah, I'm good. Like, like to be able to turn her into like a seat snob or someone that's like, all right, well, yeah, thank you for offering that, but like, I'm not going to sit there.
I'm not going to sit there.
That's a flex.
Yeah, it is a flex.
Yeah.
Nah, we can watch the game in my house. I don't play that game. I'm not trying to spend that much money.
So this guy right here, right? We know how he was during the Atlanta series. During the one game in the Atlanta series, he just didn't show up as himself. I think he scored 0 points. And everybody was talking about, 5 draft picks. He wasn't worth it. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. This guy has been D'ing up. This guy's been doing what he needs to do. What are y'all thoughts on Mikal Bridges?
I mean, it's pretty awesome. I'm excited. I don't know if I could handle that much pressure. Like, I don't know what his like social media like diet is, but the amount of negativity around him being on the team for the last couple years, really. Even though he'll kind of come through in the playoffs every now and then, it's just been immense. And for him to like break out of that and like get into a rhythm and feel like more like himself, because he was averaging 20 on Brooklyn. Like, he can do it. And the fact that he's like doing it at this stage now is really awesome. And it's cool. Like, now when he gets the ball and doing those little like fadeaways from like 12 feet away, like, you think it's gonna go in. And
Yes.
But what's been good about him, and actually a lot of people, is that they haven't let especially with the beginning of that first game, they didn't let the offensive struggles impact the other parts of their game, right? And so he played D. They were missing a lot, right? And they're not allowing that psychologically, and I think that's the hardest thing. I don't have a high stakes job like they do in terms of that many people watching when I make mistakes. But it's hard for me when I make a mistake to put my mind right to be like, no, but I can do these other things well. And the fact that even when he wasn't scoring, he's grinding on that defensive end. Yeah. He's sticking on people. He's staying in plays. That says a lot. And I think, that's the other difference between last year's coaching staff and this year's coaching staff is folks don't take time off because they miss something, right? They miss it, they get down. And when in that last game they scored and they came back, they were late back on defense, and that was the first thing he talked about. They called timeout. Mike Brown was like, "Nah, get back on defense." Cat was like, "Nah, get back on defense," even though you just scored. And so they're not taking time off, and I think that's what the difference is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. And then also, we can't not talk about our guy. OG Anunoby, bro. OG. See, you don't understand, Steve, because you're not in the stadium. You're not in MSG like us, bro. And because you're not.
Because I like my money.
How that name is supposed to be pronounced and how you're supposed to show up for these guys. OG Anunoby.
Speaking of announcements, before we get to OG, can we talk about how it must feel to them to try to play the Knicks they did with their introduction music? They were playing that whack introduction music, and then to lose that game. I was just like,
man. I thought that was kind of funny though. I thought that was funny.
I'm not saying.
Yeah,
well, you gotta win the game if you're gonna play.
Yeah, you gotta win. Yeah, you definitely gotta win.
Bro, so all right, one, where y'all watching the game tonight? Because you know how it is. You gotta watch the game where you watch game one.
Yeah.
So
I'm not getting on a plane again.
So we lose is because you wasn't on that flight back from Atlanta, man.
Maybe that's instead of buying tickets, send me back to Atlanta right now.
So where y'all watching the game tonight? And what do y'all feel like are the keys for victory tonight? And I'll preface it by saying that we really didn't play good in game 1.
We did not.
Yeah. And we still ended up winning by 10. And who was back in December talking about, oh, this cup win doesn't matter? The hell it doesn't.
Yeah. I'm watching it at home. Big surprise because I ain't going nowhere.
Well, I feel like you only do work-related or holiday family travel.
I travel so much for work that when I'm not traveling for work, I won't go nowhere. I pay a lot of money for this apartment. I want to get use of it. And so I'm going to watch it from here. I'm going to watch it right from here. But I do think, I think the big key to tonight's game is, they came back hungry. They came back, the Spurs opened up hungry that in the first half of that first game. They're gonna come back even hungrier. This is gonna be a team that is itching to run the score up big right out the gate. And so I think if they can survive the first 2 quarters, they can, the Knicks can win. But I think the first 2 quarters are gonna be, I feel like the Spurs are going to be savage in the first 2 quarters, just trying to run up the score as much as they can because they don't want Brunson in that second half to come back and chip away at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. G, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to be watching the game at the Queensboro on Northern Boulevard. I'm going to be over there. We actually have a staff event like earlier in the same place. So I was like, I'm just going to stay here. Because that's where I watch it on Wednesday, and so it's also keep the consistency going. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the one thing that I always wonder about these like extended series, like these high stakes series, is that sometimes you overthink the adjustments that you got to make because you're like, oh, well, we did this, so now we have to do the opposite, or like they're gonna expect us to do this, so now we have to think like 2 steps ahead of them, and then that can lead to, maybe overthinking or making things overcomplicated. And so I hope like if they keep playing the defense that they were playing, like they were getting good looks, they were making good choices, and they just were missing the shots. So I think if they kind of keep it pretty simple, I think they can do well and let the Spurs overthink it and make those mistakes.
Yeah, I think the fact that we are able to kind of think back on the experiences that they've had in the playoffs, albeit, not very many games based off of how we've done and how we've performed. But I think back to game 2 after that game 1 win against Cleveland, right? So like game 2, we came out fighting because we knew that, hey, if we're able to get this game 2 win, like this series is going to be, the series is going to be ours. And so I think for me, like this game tonight is like one of the most important games in our season. And so I was talking to another one of my friends, and I was like, yo, we did what we needed to do. We did our job. We went in. We stole game 1, and the goal is to go in and beat someone on their home floor. And he was like, that's the wrong way to look at it, because if you're looking at it like, all right, we stole game 1, then you're not really going into it full chested, right? And so I'm changing my ideology in terms of what my expectations are for game 2. I think we should win game 2 because we didn't play well in game 1.
Yeah. I mean, I was surprised when I looked up at the stats to see that Brunson had 30, right? Because with the game he played and how much he was, right? And I was just like, what just happened, right? Like, and so I was just like, I wonder. So I actually looked to see what he finished with. Yeah. I'm like, oh, he finished with 30. Like, that's how nice that dude is, that he can have an off game like that and finish with 30.
Bro, he took 30 shots.
I get that. I'm saying, I know.
I'm not good with that. Like, I'm not good with that volume of shot taken. It was some bad shot selections that he was shooting, and there were other people that were like, here's why him and his dad argue, because his dad will tell him, pass the effing ball.
But I don't blame him for not passing the effing ball because he's been let down before in times where he has let past the effing ball. And so what I think the problem was the game is like I still think they've got to do some adjustments around Wemby because I don't think they know how to like that's why I think they shot how many of them 30 shots was 3-point attempts?
Maybe like 4?
Like, more than that. I feel like every time down there he was chucking up, especially in the first half when he came back after his ankle. It was 3-3-3. I'm like, what are we doing right now? Because they were afraid to drive.
Yeah.
So like we've got to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how you figure that out, bro. For the next 15 years, I don't know how you're gonna figure that out. So, final thoughts, G.
Oh man, I'm trying not to get too excited. It's like I want to have a good time in the moment, and then like if it doesn't work out today, there's another game. But like, damn, we haven't lost in a month, bro. This is just like I don't know what this is like. This life is so weird.
Yeah,
that's my final thought.
Yeah, Steve, you muted. What'd you do?
I said, let me bring you back down, G. Look, this is not going to be a sweep. I'm going to put everybody's minds to rest right now. This is going to be a hard-fought war. San Antonio's not going to take this sitting down. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. And this is going to be a battle. And so tonight's going to be a tough game. I think San Antonio's going to be coming for the jugular.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I was told by a researcher of the show, friend to the show, that had we bet money line for this 12-game winning streak, that we would be up $60,000 if we had just bet the money line.
You know how much better of a gambler I'd be if I could tell the future.
I mean, of course. Well, so hopefully next week, folks, we are talking to y'all, and we are the champions of the of the NBA. But if not, we're definitely gonna be talking about the Knicks next week. So,
so strap in.
This is part 2. Strap up. All right, we'll see y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.